Some people say that, that they faked the moon landing.
One of them would have come out, 10 of them would have come out saying they're faking us. We did not go anywhere, we did it in Arizona. We are teaming up with Russia and China for a nuclear power on the moon.
He also mentioned, sir, that ISRO satellites during the Operation Sindoor were spot on.
कलमा सुनाओ.
पहलगाम में आतंकवादियों का हमला जिसमें 26 निर्दोष नागरिकों की जान गई.
24/7
In 9 places the satellites are spot on.
आतंकवाद का हर संगठन जाने, भारत की बहन बेटियों के माथों से सिंदूर हटाने का अंजाम क्या हो.
September 7th, 1972, Mrs. Gandhi came to Bombay. By helicopter, she is taken to BRC. He opens his drawer and pulls out this device and says, Madam, this is the bomb. Model of the bomb. She said, Homi, you got my approval, but don't do it till after. Dr. Chidambaram and Dr. Kalam went and met Vajpayee in March 98. In April, first week or second week, Vajpayee said, Kar do. No.
Today, at 15:45 hours.
4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
India conducted 3 underground nuclear tests in the Pokhran range.
NASA said that Kalpana Chawla ka kuch takleef hai. She didn't do it properly and she was blamed. This tank had a problem from the beginning. It was a defective tank. They didn't tell her. I walked up to the nuclear weapon thing.
Damn, what is this? I don't know. Tell me.
ऊपर से भारत कैसा दिखता है आपको?
मैं बगैर किसी झिझक के कह सकता हूँ कि सारे जहां से अच्छा.
So you met Rakesh Sharma ji also?
I've often met Rakesh Sharma both in Bombay and Pune. And we've had a lot of interactions and all. But, I mean, being a reporter, my questions were very professional with him. And he used to answer all the questions. And he participated with Ruchi and me in that space handshake.
Where?
Mumbai.
Okay.
It is an online thing, that way is very pleasant. But what really interesting is, he and my dad got this Balaji Venkateshwara University Award, felicitation award. For both of them, all of them are presented with the image of Lord Balaji, which is there in my house. Rakesh Sharma carried our Balaji in the flight for my mom and handed it over to her.
Why do you think that Mr. Rakesh Sharma was selected to be the first Indian man into space?
You see, this mission was worked by Brezhnev, who was then the Prime Minister or President of USSR, and Mrs. Gandhi. Again, it is a tough selection procedure. Rakesh fulfilled all the requirements.
And what were these requirements?
Mental ability, physical ability, mental ability, the same calmness, stresslessness. And you have to go through certain tests in Russia also. And Yuri Gagarin's cosmonaut training school. He passed all that, and one fine day they will come and tell you, you are the man going up. Unfortunately, Ravish Malhotra got disappointed.
Okay, because he was the second in line?
Second in line, we didn't go up, and afterwards he started saying, I'm disappointed, I didn't do it.
That's
that
history.
moment is something that's why if you're asking me, I will never go through it. Till the last minute, the night before, you are told, look, you are the guy.
Understood.
What happens to the other guy? You have to tell your wife at home, your children at home. What do you do?
What happened? Yeah, true. Our podcast's intro music speaks of Mrs. Gandhi's voice. ऊपर से भारत कैसा लगता है
सारे जहान से अच्छा
हिंदुस्तान हमारा. So when you read that headline coming in, how was that moment like for India, Indians, and the essence of Indian space?
I didn't watch the thing. when Rakesh went up. 1984 April. I didn't actually watch
But what
it.
was the euphoria like in the nation at that time when they heard that, one of us is representing there up in
The
space?
fact is, he's the first Indian in space.
Yeah.
Yes. First Indian in space.
That was our movement.
Yeah, that was our movement.
Yeah.
We did it. That's the thing.
What was that like? I mean, what
I mean,
was
it
happening
was
in
quite
normal
exciting,
society?
no?
Yeah.
April. See, basically, the space missions excite the younger generation. It becomes a very technological oriented thing, as it is happening now.
Even now.
Now, because after this Shubhanshu Shukla's mission, everywhere you go, space. Unfortunately, the failure is in Mumbai and Pune. Because I've been reading about it in my mobile every day. They are having events with Shubhanshu Shukla everywhere. Why not here?
Why not here?
What are we
True.
doing here? I mean, me talking about it, it's okay. Chalta hai. But she's the guy who went.
Yeah.
Bangalore, they are having events. Chennai, they are having
They
it.
had one in Delhi.
Delhi, main
Yeah.
thing, either kuch nahi, that Nehru Center and Nehru Planetarium बैठ के simply asteroid is coming, yeah, it will come.
Let it come.
So I'm a
Right.
little disappointed about that.
Yeah. Can we have Mr. Rakesh Sharma on the show? Would you request him to come on this show?
But he has to come here.
Oh, we will go here. We'll take the set and we'll go to meet him.
Try करता हूँ sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank
I
you
will
so
try
much.
my best because he doesn't come on the line these days.
Yeah. He's in Kerala, no? These days
No,
staying
he's in Wellington and near Ooty.
Ooty.
Nilgiris.
The chill life. Happy, peaceful life.
Must be.
Yeah.
Because I'll tell you what happened. By the way, talking about Rakesh Sharma, this watch is a Rakesh Sharma watch.
Show it to the camera. This camera. Yeah. That's a Rakesh Sharma
In
watch.
the sense, it is Titan Watch Company produced 300 of these watches in January or something this
Okay.
year. And Jahan, when I was in Pune for a few months, 1 month, when I was surfing my mobile one evening, I saw this watch.
Uh-huh.
So I rushed across to the Titan showroom just across my house. They said, no sir, 300 ban gaya, it is all sold out, this thing. And I asked the cost, they said 35,000.
Damn.
My God. Then what I said, but still it's a commemorative thing. I called my wife. I said, look, this is it. She said, do you want the watch? I mean, if you're a space geek, if you say no, then forget it. She said, leave it to me. I'll see what can be done. But she has her contacts because of dad and all that museum and all that stuff. Karke, July 1st I was wearing it.
It was meant for you. It was written. Lovely. So would you still consider yourself a space geek first or a space journalist?
Geek.
Always,
Or
no?
geek and journalist because I still write for Times, no?
Yeah, yeah. Sir, I
Last-
also read somewhere that you also met Miss Sunita Williams and
Yeah, I met her a
Kalpana
number of
Chawla.
times.
Kalpana Chawla as well.
Kalpana Chawla I have not met. I have spoken to her.
On a telecast interview.
On a telephone, yes.
Yeah.
I pushed up Times' telephone bill. I remember that. I pushed up
Yeah.
the telephone bill.
What was she like, sir? What did you speak
Kalpana
about?
Chawla.
Kalpana.
Very
Yeah.
nice. Very pleasant, easy to... Because what happened was after the first mission, 1997 November, there was some controversy about her... she was supposed to launch that satellite. It failed. After launching it, it didn't go the way it went. So they said she didn't do it properly.
Who said?
NASA, the inquiry committee and all.
Specifically her.
You see, ऐसा है ना, you're supposed to launch it. And it is supposed to pirouette. It has to go like this.
Okay.
There was some issue on that.
And this was part of their mission.
Part of the mission. So NASA said that Kalpana Chawla ka kuch taklif hai. She didn't do it properly and she was blamed. Afterwards, she was acquitted. I asked this question. She said, what do you mean by asking that I've been acquitted completely? Everything was fine. Nothing was wrong. So an interview which was meant for 15 minutes went on for 1.5 hours and I had to end the interview.
Lovely.
It made page 1 in Times. Though my editor said it was a boring interview, Dina Vakil. But people liked it.
Yeah, obviously. Yeah. I mean, as a kid, when I used to read about her in our general knowledge books, she was the first Indian woman, as we all know. I mean, Indian origin woman.
See, the Indian, compared to Sunita Williams, she is the one because she is the one who broke the glass barrier in the real sense. See, I've been to her house. I met her father.
Where, sir? Where?
I met her mom and sister in Delhi
Hmm.
when I was staying there. I met her dad in Karnal.
Punjab.
Specifically, I went to Karnal because to meet her. Because
This
they
in
were
Punjab, no? Karnal?
Punjab, Haryana.
Yeah. And she was from Haryana. Yeah.
And what happened? I went to her school. That time everything was Kalpana Chawla over there.
Yeah.
Kalpana Chawla, everything.
She broke the barrier in a way nobody could have imagined.
See, they wanted to get her married to some family type relation, joint family and all. She said nothing doing. I'm not going to accept that. And our father wanted her to join the tire business. Go to space and tire business.
Yeah.
So she sort of went away, caught the British Airways flight, and her brother accompanied her, and she made it.
She made it.
Yes.
That's her story.
Okay, the accident took place. I mean, that's inevitable. I mean,
yeah. But she's forever in the golden pages of history.
Yeah.
That's all we can remember as a tribute to her. And Miss Sunita Williams, I mean, the entire thing that happened just now for the span of 8 months.
Exactly.
Finally, she has been, evacuated and brought back to Earth.
Yeah, Sunita Williams.
So, in fact, sir, it was because of the propulsion system of the Boeing.
Boeing was a failure, I say.
Yeah.
A complete flop. They should. In fact, that Starliner, they shouldn't have sent it at all. I'll tell you that.
Okay.
From the beginning, they had not fine-tuned that thing completely, and they should have retained SpaceX Dragon, gone. And who brought them back? It was the Dragon.
Dragon crew.
Yes. So I think it's they use the him and that other guy, Wilmore as a
both of them are
guinea
back
pig
now.
Tried out this, that, and all. And
it was again because of propulsions, by the way, guys. Propulsions help you maneuver.
Because the Starliner was creating problems right from the beginning. And NASA shouldn't have rushed through it. And today NASA is in a very crazy step. Budget, 50% cut, 40% cut, manpower cut. Their unions have been banned.
Why, sir?
That super president is issuing all these orders.
Super president?
Yeah, that fellow morning he gets up, he has nothing to work, he issued orders, no?
Yeah.
And if you are going to antagonize the NASA people, what prevents them from helping out the Chinese? I'm telling you frankly.
Absolutely, because now Chinese have their own station up in space.
Shit scared. I mean, day before yesterday's hearing, you should see the former NASA man, president, what he has said. You're just handing it over to China. And if at all there's Artemis 2, today they've announced a second set of announcements about Artemis 2. The landing takes place, Artemis 3, 28 or something. Don't be surprised if the immigration officer or the passport is a China man. Because the Chinese have a way of working silently. They land there and they'll say, we have done it. And they will take away the thing. No point in afterwards screaming and shouting.
Absolutely. And I think that is also one of the reasons that, our current ISRO chief, Mr. Narayanan, he also said by 2035 we should have our own space station.
And 40 landing on the moon.
Yeah. Fortunately, the landing on the moon also, I guess, he's aiming by 2045. 40? Yeah. So what's going to change for India once we have Antriksh? How will it drastically change the space game for us?
Imagine our own space station. Mir space station of Russia was there. The 17 nation, this thing was there. We joined their club, our own. And it will be open for international collaboration.
And
space. Then from there we go to the moon.
And it also prepares us for the unidentified or unknown war in the future.
Yes. You see, this entire thing, in my personal opinion, apart from scientific thing, excitement of space, this, that, there's a lot of geopolitical things involved in this.
Absolutely, sir. Yeah.
I mean, if I am going to land on the moon, there is a fear amongst these Americans. I'm telling you that. The NASA guys.
That somebody is going to come up and take their
say,
baton.
Look, this belongs to me.
Yeah.
You cannot come.
So, this brings me to one of the most controversial questions in the space history. Some people say that, that they faked the moon landing. What is your take on that?
No, sir. Totally wrong. Impossible. Because I'll tell you why. You see, whatever you say about these Americans, they are a very transparent lot. I mean, this thing. Their failures, their successes, everything they announce.
And I guess they've also produced a lot of documents and papers.
You mean to say these 12 people they would have used for faking a moon landing? One of them would have come out, 10 of them would have come out saying they're faking us. We did not go anywhere. We did it in Arizona. We did it. Come on.
We did it, no? All right. Because
tomorrow,
yeah,
I'm going to land on the moon, 2040. What prevents Pakistan from saying that this is all fake? They never went.
Sir, nobody cares about Pakistan's
opinion.
No,
boss. Listen, what I'm trying to... Sir, let me tell you one thing. What I'm saying is, China and Pakistan. Today we have shaken hands with China.
And Russia.
Russia was already there. There
Already,
is a project which My Story we carried in Times front page. That we are teaming up with Russia and China for a nuclear power on the moon. There was a talk. I don't know what has happened to it now, but this thing. Now China is planning a manned. The American chief yesterday he was saying how meticulously they planned everything. These Chinese. Are you telling me there's no Pakistani involved in it?
Correct.
And
sense.
he lands before us. What's your scene that? Tell me frankly.
Makes sense.
Karo diya, put it.
But we got to do what we got to do.
Yes.
Yeah.
Space warfare.
Space warfare.
That is the word.
They'll be shooting each other's satellites, in the future.
Yes.
That's what will happen.
Nuclear and space are now coming close, sir. Nuclear and space. And today we are concentrating on nuclear propulsion.
True. I mean, at Manastu, we are into gas-based propulsions right now. We're also trying our hands into electrical propulsions and very soon nuclear propulsions as well.
Yeah, because what happened was that day, Mr. Narayan told us, she was present that day in Pune.
Oh.
There I asked Dr. Narayan, sir, we have been reading about everything. Can you tell me what is India's status of nuclear propulsion? He said, no, that is top secret. There's a big meeting in BARC. Shoo, that I can't talk to you. Please, leave me alone.
You did not say anything?
Nothing he said to me. She was there. What is so secretive about it, I say? Every country is now going for it. And you talked about electric propulsion. In fact, he said, he announced it the other day. From this financial to the end of this financial year, there are going to be 12 missions. 12 missions they have planned.
So by 2026, 31st March?
12 missions. Now, the 12 missions includes one mission of the PSLV privately made.
By ISRO?
No, not ISRO. Privately made for ISRO.
Okay.
And in that mission, they are going to test a host of new technologies. The satellite. And one of them is electric propulsion.
Damn.
Yeah.
So, what do you think about the recent, the launch that NASA and ISRO did, together, the joint?
It was not NASA and ISRO. It was NASA, ISRO, XM4, SpaceX. It was good. I think it is a big boost. And what else?
NISAR.
It happened at a time when our relationship with the US was at the worst.
Yeah.
And this pushed it up a little.
Yeah. So that means, when it comes to space or space-led collaboration.
No boundaries.
No boundaries.
No.
People open up.
Even now, it is slowly thinning out, this controversy. That character, that advisor is making all sorts of statements. Nobody is taking him, Navarro or somebody, this thing. But Trump is coming around, this, that.
Yeah.
We have one more mission with the Americans. We had NISAR after that.
I was talking about NISAR only, actually.
You're talking about NISAR?
Yeah.
Oh.
NISAR, NISAR.
Oh, that was a great mission. Earth observation with a huge umbrella-like thing. One more is coming up next few months.
Wow.
Yeah.
So in spite of the international relations being
that
at their
doesn't really
lowest,
affect as such.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And yes, that's it. And more are coming also. I mean, we are mutually dependent on each other. What do you do about it? I mean,
so just last few questions on, you had close opportunities of going and visiting NASA facilities.
Yeah.
Right? Even like all the ISRO missions, literally and technically all the ISRO missions. You said you never went to Russia. But
Russia I have not been.
You've not been there. But closely we all have been working together. Whether it is NASA, Roscosmos or ISRO. And before, it converted to ISRO, it was NCOSPAR under the leadership and visionary leadership, I would rather say, of Mr. Vikram Sarabhai. These were, you can say, the two big brothers, NASA and Roscosmos. And ISRO was just an up-and-coming child.
Yeah.
But the kind of, humble giant, the vision or the existence that it has today, how does it make you feel proud as a space geek, as a child who fell in love with space?
Isn't it a very proud moment, that we were few years back, we were the 6th biggest space power in the world. But now I think we have moved higher. Which countries are doing any space missions now?
Yeah.
No, I've not heard. Where is the Russian mission? Where is the American NASA mission? You keep cutting all their science missions which are doing good. No budget for them. We'll only concentrate on manned missions. How many manned missions will you have?
True.
The next is going to be Artemis 2 in April 26. Then after that what? 27. we are planning quite a few.
For the next 2 decades.
Yes. So it's a proud moment that this country, which had a very humble beginning in a church near Trivandrum, has today reached the top position in the world today. And people are coming to us, praising us.
Asking for our advice. Yeah.
And that day, in fact, Mr. Narayan is very proud of saying it quite often. But I'm glad he's saying it also.
He also mentions that, ISRO satellites during the Operation Sindoor were spot on.
24/7. Yesterday he mentioned it.
In 9 places, the satellites are spot on and number 1. That's what he said.
Yeah.
He did not reveal much because of the secrecy and the privacy around it. But that's what speaks the kind of level we have reached.
We reached, and also in Axiom 4, the last minute after the launch readiness review, when they had given a go for launch, it was the ISRO people who discovered that leak. And Axiom 4 people were saying, no, we'll do it, we can do it. Mr. Narayan was there in Houston, said nothing doing, I'm not launching. It's a no-go for launch. And if they had overridden Narayan and said, no, we are going, it would have happened, finished.
Something would have happened. Just
we
like
would have
Apollo
been sitting
13.
here and talking.
Just like Apollo 13, that
but
part
Apollo
fell.
13, Raj, is known as the most successful failure.
Yeah.
That is the word used.
True. The most successful failure. Because it literally
Human,
flipped the
Houston,
world
we have a
upside down.
problem. That was the famous word,
Yeah.
Recently, Jim Lovell died.
Yes, sir. We actually covered a story on him, Yeah. But again, I was speaking just because of one small error, that thing blew out of the proportion that eventually happened.
Yeah.
There's some errors in dimensions of one of the particles used in the tank.
No, this tank had a problem from the beginning, it seems.
Okay.
If you read the history of that LO2, it was a defective tank. And what business did they have to put it? What business did the tiling experiment of Kalpana Chawla, when they knew the tile had failed, they didn't tell her. How can you do this? To cut costs, they had this, what do you call the docking pod in all the space shuttles. If there was an emergency, you go and dock to the space station.
True.
Get there and you have a rescue mission coming. Cost cutting, they removed it. The space shuttle at Columbia goes up. Usko bolte bhi nahi that this has happened. They realized it when it was coming down. Come on.
Yeah.
So I'm not saying NASA is a bad, but when our Feynman, Richard Feynman, the famous experiment he did, showed the man behind the atomic bomb, Manhattan Project. He did that experiment. That movie, the Challenger disaster, this thing.
Yeah. But as you said rightly, the most successful failure because literally, they came back to Earth in an imaginable sense.
He is not a person who does not cry in the last moment of the movie, when the parachutes deploy.
And they come out.
Yes.
Lovely. Sir, we mentioned Pakistan a brief back. And you also spoke about Manhattan Project.
Yes. That's my passion, sir.
Yeah. Exactly.
There's not a single book I'm not reading right now about Manhattan Project.
Yeah. But I can say that you were part of the Indian-style Manhattan Project.
I was not part of it.
I mean, not part of it, but
I
you were
wish
around
I was.
that vicinity.
I wish I was.
Yeah. But you were around that vicinity.
Yes.
You were around those people.
Yes,
you were around Mr. Raja Ramanna.
Absolutely, sir.
Yeah. And Pakistan also had a space agency, and people say...
it does. Pakistan Atomic Energy Agency and Kauta. Kauta was for uranium, PAC was plutonium.
Yeah. And when they started, it actually had some good beginning, but then it lost the course of its direction,
Yeah, because what happened was their leader, A.Q. Khan, became more of a trader than a scientist.
Okay.
He started selling things to Libya, Iran, North Vietnam.
All the organizations.
This nuclear thing. And that is where they lost their thing.
Yeah. So you were telling me about this Raja Ramanna versus the father of, Pakistan's nuclear science, the kind of conversation
what happened
they had.
was, when Pakistan was developing this nuclear weapon program, there's a place called Kahuta. It is there in Mission Manju and
Saare Jahan se Accha.
That Kahuta. It's not far from Islamabad or Rawalpindi, one of them, for uranium processing. Now, this is the true story told to me by Mr. Raja Ramanna himself, because though a family friend, I was also dealing with him as a professional. Mrs. Gandhi had this fancy plan of bombing it.
Mrs. Gandhi.
Okay, fantastic, grandiose plan of bombing. And Air Marshal Chief Dilbagh Singh was put in charge of this project.
Okay.
Jaguar aircraft were positioned in Jamnagar Air Force Base.
Ready to go and
bomb the...
Yeah.
Now, what happened? It was the month of September. I remember that. Now it will happen now. Very soon it's going to happen now. The International Atomic Energy meeting takes place in Vienna annually, where the chairman of every country has to make a presentation. That time Raja Ramanna was the chairman. And that night in the Vienna 5-star hotel, there was a cocktail and dinner party for all the nuclear chiefs.
Scientists.
Chiefs.
The
chairman of the Atomic Energy Commission, Munir Khan was the chairman of the Pakistan.
Munir
all
Khan.
were there.
Yeah.
So Munir Khan and Ramanna were together. Munir Khan called Ramanna and said, look, friend, you're my good friend over a drink. But I've just come to know your country has this
decided to bomb us.
Decided to bomb. They had their ISI people penetrating, this thing.
ISI versus RAW.
ISI, so we came to know this.
Yeah.
And Ramanna was shocked. How did he come to know? So he said, don't you ever do this, please. Because if you do this, Bombay is not far off, BARC. We will knock it off. Ramanna was saying, look, this is not, I will ensure. And he called up Mrs. Gandhi on the hotline and said, look, please stop all this foolhardy thing. And the mission was stopped. The story here is a Hindu man saved Pakistan's nuclear weapon program. I did a story on that.
How was it taken?
Nobody said anything. The Times printed it for the first time. They carried it huge. They carried it. Ramanna saved Pakistan's nuclear weapon program. Imagine we had bombed that. Out of that story comes all these movies. Saare, Jahan, Accha, Mangalyaan. There is one more.
How real are they, sir?
It should not be real. It should not. The story is real. Yes, efforts were there to sabotage it. But थोड़ा मसाला होना चाहिए ना. That rocketry में कितना मसाला है. All that thing blowing up. The other one, Parmanu. You have seen it?
No, sir, I haven't.
Parmanu
I have seen. Parmanu I have seen. And also, that brings me to Parmanu, the atomic revolution in India, once done under the leadership of Mrs. Gandhi and then later on under Mr. Atal Bihari Vajpayee.
Parmanu was more under
Mr. Vajpayee. Yeah. But the kind of fruits that it had when it started under the leadership of Mrs. Gandhi in 70s, right? 70s. So can you talk to me, can you draw a parallel between these two events?
See, June 1980 or 81, June 5th, I remember Israeli Air Force jets bombed Iraqi reactor, Iraq reactor, knocked it off completely. The most secretive operation they ever did.
It was Syria.
Syria also they did, but this is the Saddam's. The plan was Israel will team up with India to knock off Mr. Kauta.
Pakistan.
Exactly. And it's a good thing that wisdom prevailed. That's all I can say.
Yeah. And
now, what I want to say is, now you talked about the 74 and 98. September 7th, 1972. Incidentally, your sister's birthday that day.
And you were beautiful and handsome 23-year-old young guy.
Yeah, absolutely. Very scared of going on the road because captured by somebody. Anyway, what happened was, Mrs. Gandhi came to Bombay. Addresses IIT convocation. From there, she goes to Kolaba, the INS for lunch.
Navy Nagar.
No. Kolaba. That ship was there, no? INS.
Vikrant.
No. On the land, this thing, Hamla. Anyway, whatever. It has changed now.
Arihant.
No, Arihant is a nuclear submarine.
Okay.
She comes there and then by helicopter she is taken to BRC. In that helicopter, who was there? Homi Setna was the chairman of the Atomic Energy Commission. Mrs. Setna, Mrs. Gandhi and her security staff. Helicopter lands in BRC. Okay. Then the BRC people, this is very interesting, put the ladder. And out comes, who comes out first? Mrs. Chetna came out first. Now, for reasons best known, this BRC scientist went and presented her a bouquet.
Considering she was the PM.
She was the PM,
Yeah, okay.
Prime Minister. Madam, you're most welcome and all. And Mrs. Gandhi was standing in the helicopter looking, what the hell, yeah? Then they discovered they had committed a biggest goof up. Now, you couldn't do anything. Mrs. Setna holding all the flower meant for her and all the bouquet. Then she cannot put it on Mrs. Gandhi.
Yeah.
Because the protocol, the Prime Minister and all.
Yeah.
So, I don't know how they sorted out. But Setna took her to his office, apologized for the goof up. And she sat and he opens his drawer and pulls out this device and says, Madam, this is the bomb. Model of the bomb.
Okay.
So
to be used on Kauta.
No.
Okay.
Not Kauta. The Kauta.
Okay. Bomb. Nuclear bomb. You're
Bomb,
talking about
our
nuclear
India,
bomb.
BARC.
Okay, my bad. Yeah.
So he said, Madam, this is the one. We are waiting for your approval. She said, Homie, you got my approval, but don't do it till I tell you. It was at that point we got the clearance.
And we did the Smiling Buddha years later.
74, May 18th, our parents' wedding anniversary. My parents is May 17th, the day it was prepared. Her parents are May 18th.
Wow.
That was one. And they made it appear it was a peaceful nuclear explosion, which is meant for irrigation and agriculture and all that.
The nuclear advancements in one's country's progress.
But it was not, because Raja Ramanna, years later, told the PTI correspondent in New Delhi, it was not a peaceful nuclear explosion. It was not peaceful at all. That was the word. In no sense it was peaceful. It was a proper bomb.
To be used on?
Nobody used, we were not using.
But as a defense?
Military operation. It was this thing. We did it. But what they are saying is, 98, that time they didn't declare India as a nuclear weapon country. They didn't declare it. But 98 they declared it. That is the difference.
And Clinton put in a lot of sanctions.
Sanctions is and that and all.
Against Vajpayee. But I think, what was that jodi, sir? Mr. Vajpayee on one end and Mr. Kalam on another end.
No. You see, the thing is that Dr. Chidambaram and Dr. Kalam went and met Vajpayee in March 98. And the Vajpayee gave the go-ahead. He said, you do it, but tear out till I tell you. At April, first week or second week, Vajpayee said, Kar do. No, it's time we do it, because Gauri was launched.
What is Gauri?
It was a missile, nuclear-capable missile of Pakistan.
Okay. They named it Gauri?
And Gauri.
Okay, Gauri. They must have named it
Gauri.
Yeah, Gauri. Because Gauri is more like, a name. Okay.
Gauri. Then what happened was, while the preparations were going on for this nuclear weapon test, which was it was a bomb. Every sense, a hydrogen bomb and 3 atomic bombs.
Nuclear bomb.
Nuclear bomb. In came Dr. Chidambaram's daughter's wedding. Now, the fine-tuning of this test, you have to fine-tune. No? It's after all a nuclear bomb. Manhattan Project, how many years they took?
Yeah.
It was done in his daughter's wedding at Malabar Hill, Zarlina building. When Kalam and when the actual prayers are going on, the thing, वो क्या करते हैं ना wedding में, कुछ ऐसा. I also got married, but I forgot this thing. Kalam and Chidambaram slide into a corner, wearing their traditional dress, hoodwinking the audience. Okay, they go into a room and fine-tune the whole thing during the wedding, while these people were this thing. What a trick they did, yeah?
Sir, I can imagine it right now.
Yeah, they did it. And that Mr. Chidambaram revealed on September, the date is there in one of this.
So when you say Mr. Chidambaram, the president, later on Mr. Chidambaram?
No.
Okay, different Chidambaram. Okay.
Chairman of Atomic Energy Commission.
Sorry, my bad.
President.
That was P. Chidambaram. Okay.
That is finance minister.
Yeah, finance minister. Yeah. R. Chidambaram.
Yeah.
She's smarter than us.
What happened? On a Saturday afternoon at the Shanmugananda Hall here.
In Sion. Yeah.
Huge crowd was there. Kalam died. Unfortunately, it's July or something he died. There was a meeting to honor Kalam, organized by the South Indian Education Society, Shanmugananda Hall, and Saturday afternoon, huge crowd. I was there. There, Chidambaram announced it. You'll be surprised to know. You thought the fine-tuning was done.
So you mean to say they were in their traditional attire of dhoti?
They're in the wedding. How will you be? Kalam, I don't know how he was. Very frankly. But you're the daughter of the father who's getting married. You can't wear a suit or the army dress and attend.
And they're literally dealing.
Dealing this, yes. Fine-tuned it. Maja tha, yeah. The bomb that was fine-tuned at a wedding.
Damn. You were at Pokhran?
No, yeah.
No?
Never मेरे को छोड़ता नहीं. My mom and dad had been.
You were telling me that your mom had friends who knew...
Ramanna, who was friends, only Raja Ramanna. They are organized a trip for them. एक पत्थर लाया मेरे रूम में रखा है मैं.
क्या है वो पत्थर?
पत्ते रहे वो रास्ते पर है ना from the ground zero.
Okay.
That is the nearest I got to Pokhran. Now what else to do?
But you were telling me that as a kid also, I mean, your mom had friends and then you stayed in that facility around Pokhran. You saw the scientists,
They were
close
staying in Anand Bhavan, which is diagonally across my place.
Okay.
There was a club called the Mahalakshmi Ladies Club. My mom and grandmother started in South Mumbai. That time, quite a few of these ladies were all these atomic energy women. And I witnessed the entire arguments between them about this Pokhran test. The Parsi gang saying, my husband did it, Setna. That was the first test. The South Indian matter, it was Ramanna did it. Maja tha. It was solid fun.
It was a debate, battle.
Battle.
Yeah. So how did it change the scope for Indian mainland after the 1998 Pokhran test?
What?
How did it change the Indian mainland,
Indian
in the nuclear and atomic scope?
We became talking. This moon landing of Chandrayaan 3, the Mars mission and Pokhran are the three things which have made in India super.
These are like our Trimurti.
Trimurtis. If you have to sit on the same dining table as the President of the US, the Prime Minister of UK, the French President and the Chinese President, the route is only through space and nuclear.
No other way.
No other way. Which other way is there? Unfortunately, there is this moratorium.
Yeah.
If tomorrow one country does a test, North Korea perhaps, or we will go ahead. I'm sure we won't keep quiet. Because there is a question. We are now testing all these things in the laboratory. It's called laboratory tests. How reliable are they? Unfortunately, if I have to drop it on somebody, if it doesn't work, suppose it doesn't.
Yeah, let's hope that never comes. That day never comes.
Happen,
but you never know. Pakistan also tested like a year
May
later.
25th,
Yeah, 99, correct.
98.
98. Let's see, and I think during this Operation Sindoor, the war, the Kirana Hills, that's where we bombed there. People are saying that's where the nuclear warheads were.
Inside, but they bombed them gate or lock or something.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't
so
say.
US also sent a delegation to check the radiation levels over there.
Yes. There was nothing, it seems. IA also sent.
Yeah,
Hardly
they said
anything.
sarcastically though, sir.
Who?
The chief who said, even I don't know what are there in Kirana Hills. That's what he said to a journalist.
I don't think this thing. Kirana Hills puts me this thing, but our testing, everything, it's called Stockward Stewardship Program, SSP, correct. Stockpile Stewardship Program.
Wow. How did you feel? This entire conversation that we had.
Now,
Yeah.
very nice, very rewarding, very pleasant, very exciting for me to talk about the nuclear issue. This thing, because the nuclear issue is the main issue. It's because the foreign policy, your foreign country, this thing, because right now I'm reading a book. It's called The Devil. It has just been released. Devils Reach the Sky, 80th anniversary of the Trinity test. Fantastic book, I say. I'll tell you that Edward Teller and Oppenheimer.
Yeah, Robert Oppenheimer. Yeah.
I just come across, I've sent it to her also, one South Indian girl from Chennai who got a letter from Oppenheimer saying that could join Princeton University.
Wow.
He's my real role model and hero.
So what are some of the moments, let's say in Indian space or in space history, that you will always look up to?
I will look up to Raja Ramanna.
That still gives you goosebumps.
Yes. People like Raja Ramanna, there's that childish man, he was so childish. I remember those days in Anand Bhavan. It's all there in the book.
In the Celestial Rendezvous?
No, it is there in Atomic Rendezvous.
Atomic Rendezvous.
No.
Yeah.
How we used to pick up our cricket ball, which we used to play, jumping down the sea and all we used to do.
Yeah. You have heard about India's nuclear weapons tests at Pokhran in 1974 and 98. How and why the historic milestone was achieved, but have you met the key figures behind the tests? Well, this book narrates the personal interactions Srinivas Laxman and Ruchira Sawant had with them. Read about it. Also, the book takes the reader to some of the nuclear-related places of interest in the UK, which not many have visited.
I did it.
The Atomic Rendezvous, book by Srinivas Laxman
She is
ji,
not
and introduction
forgiving
by
me for
Ruchira
what I
Sawant.
did in UK.
Yeah, you told me about it.
What?
I think you went with your dad.
No.
No, not that one.
That which UK nuclear thing I did.
You said you were supposed to share a hotel with him and that.
नहीं, that 85 में जब मैं Paris में था, I went to London for the first time.
Yeah.
And I
You wanted to go have a drink.
Drink was on the flight. He was sitting next to me.
So you couldn't have one.
I had orange juice. No, what more you want? Air India का orange juice मिल गया. What more you want?
Yeah.
8 hours flight.
Okay, so about this UK story, I'll ask to Ruchira. Let's save it for her. But
I walked up to that nuclear weapon thing.
Damn, what is this? I don't know. Tell me.
She says it better.
Okay, fine. Let's have it with Ruchira then. Sir, tell me now, as I was asking some of the milestones, you named Mr. Raja Ramanna. Any other movements or, missions that really, like make you feel proud as an Indian or as a space geek?
Chandrayaan 1 launch. That morning when it went up, braving the air clouds, and Mars mission. Mars mission was a fantastic thing, because I didn't tell you this. The mission director for Mangalyaan, Arunan, cancer patient, he was told in July that mission is go for launch. Ready. From that night onwards, he didn't leave the ISRO satellite center. He slept there only.
That much of dedication. Even
with
in
cancer.
This situation.
With cancer.
Yeah.
So all these scientists, nuclear and space, are terribly religious guys. Temple and Purohits and Shankaracharyas, this, that and all.
Rooted, humble,
rooted.
Spiritual,
total. Okay.
And
one day,
assassins.
every morning, this Arunan told me that he used to go at 3 a.m. to South Nazdikta, I think, to pray and come back, set right this.
Do the work.
Can't go. One day he walked in at 3 o'clock. Much to his horror, his wife was also awake. What she was doing at 3 o'clock. And she thought a burglar had entered the room. And she said, who are you? Who are you? Who are you? She started shouting. So finally he said, don't worry, it's me. I came and went. But Arunan mein kya interest tha kya? I told you the story?
No.
I think I did.
I don't. Maybe if you tell me the,
about the sketches?
Yeah, the sketches that they wanted you to draw it or something like that.
नहीं. मेरे को क्या drawing आता है? See, what happened was the 100th orbit of Mangalyaan was on Jan 1st, 2015. Okay. We launched on 2013. 2014, we entered the orbit. September 24th. Anniversary is coming very soon.
Yeah.
Okay. On Jan 1st, 2015, the 100th innings it gained. So Arunan called me and said, Srini, I have a request. So I said, yes, sir. What can I do for you? He said, can you ask your dad to do as common man on Mars?
Wow.
Okay. Dad was thinking. It was the last phase. Okay. So I said, okay, I'll try. So I spoke to mom. I said, Mom, this is a request from ISRO and it's a prestigious request. 100th orbit of Mangalyaan around Mars. And they want the common man on Mars. Before any the Prime Minister or the Cabinet says okay to a manned mission to Mars, here Mr. Laxman will put his man on Mars. So it is great. The man said, what are you talking? Only a few days are left. He can't do all that. Tell your ISRO people. No, I can't allow. So I told Arunan, sir, I did my best, but mom is saying no because his condition is worsening day by day. And he said, okay, you leave it to me, I'll handle it. Arunan called me 3-4 days later and said, are you coming to Pune? I said, if you want me to come, I'll come. Kitna time lagega? Shivner mein pakdenga, main बैठ जाऊंगा. He said, tomorrow morning, 10 o'clock, meet me. वो hotel का नाम क्या है? That Viceroy. Orchid Hotel. The Hotel Orchid. Meet me there in the lobby at 10 o'clock. So 7 o'clock, I caught the bus, landed at Walker. Walker, the auto, he fleeced me, I say. Walker, the auto fellow. Really? For one time. What a rate. Went there. He was there and he said, then he gave me the model of Mangalyaan to me and my this thing. I said, chalo, ghar jayenge. So I took him home. Then we were talking on the dining table. Mom, dad, Aruna and myself. All typical South Indian food. All this thing. Then 1 o'clock, dad said, I'm going to sleep. I still remember that. So he goes to his room. Then Aruna said, you come with me. Called me. He said, you just come with me. Come. We go. Aruna kneels down in front of my dad. He said, you also kneel down. Go down. I follow what Arun said. Arun whispered something to me and Dad in the ear. He said, Dad, like this. Okay. Arun said, come out. He said, thank you. 5 days later, Mom calls, come to Pune immediately. I got worried whether something went wrong with Dad.
Yeah.
She said, here are the drawings. Arun put the thing on Mars. He got the drawings also.
Beautiful.
I took the drawings, got the bus back, went to the DHL thing at Chembur. I said, this is emergency. It has to reach by 28 December because they have to process it and put it up in the ISRO Satellite Center. 28th, Mrs. Arunan called me, Geeta Arunan. Said, Srini, where are the drawings? I said, what, where are the drawings? मैं दे दिया उन लोगों को. So nothing has reached. कुछ भी reach नहीं किया. I went back. Fortunately, that same clerk was there. I said, look here. Here is the receipt. This is the day I came. These are the concepts. Why didn't you reach it? He said, no, Diwali, Dasara time, too many. It will go tonight. That night it reached. And that was the last. That was my only request from my dad I did for a common man. And that was the last.
And it was his last work.
That was the last common man he did. 26 Jan, evening 4:45, he breathed his last.
And may I say something over here, sir?
About me?
No, about this moment. I think that piece of art, that's his last tribute to his common man as an artist. And that is the binding key between you as his son and him as his father. Your love for space and his love for common man.
Yes.
And that's a beautiful thing.
Last one that ended. And that was shown in a big way during that Shraddhanjali they did for him in the Symbiosis in Pune.
We'll have it on the screen. Beautiful. Thank you so much for sharing this beautiful story, sir.
Thank you so much.
It moves. Touch wood. Thank you, sir. No, please don't say thank you. The pleasure is all mine.
My pleasure, sir.
And sit. My whole family, our whole Manastu team is going to be so happy, so proud, so grateful to have this moment, share with you and listen to your amazing stories of space, of science, of family, of love, of sheer enthusiasm, and as I say and I said and I will say once again, childlike innocence for everything that you put your heart and soul into. Thank you so much, sir, for visiting
My
Manastu
pleasure.
Space.
It was a great trip
and
here.
Giving your time to us for this
What do
podcast.
you mean? This is like a home. Thank you.
It is indeed a home.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir. You want to tell about the Celestial Rendezvous to the people?
Yes, I would love to.
Yes, just you can show it to the camera and tell them whatever your heart says.
Inspiration for this book is not from a person who's sitting too far from us. She's sitting on the right of you, wearing a green dress.
And she'll join us soon on the show.
Sure. She
Yes.
was the one who sort of inspired me to this.
Lovely.
And we worked together on this. She processed it, this thing.
Yeah.
My daughter also processed it. And both of them did this thing. And that's it.
That's it.
And for this, it is about my personal encounters with the space people.
Space people. And I already told about the Atomic Rendezvous.
Yeah, that is co-op.
You can find these books.
Yeah.
And lastly, I would want to know, sir, because, for all
We have to
space-loving
autograph it
Indians,
for-
I will. We'll get the author's copy. Were you ever in a situation where you had good conversations with Mr. Kalam? Ever?
Yeah, or a number of times.
Number of times?
Number of times.
How was he as a human being, sir?
Very pleasant.
How did you feel? How did the entire show felt to you?
Very nice. I'm looking
Lovely.
forward to seeing it on the whatever it is,
Yes,
YouTube
yes.
or whenever it is. Call us, call her.
Our team members will again fine-tune it just the way Mr. Chidambaram and Mr. Kalam did, and will present to you the final bombastic episode of this podcast. from
Okay,
Manastu
I look
Space
forward to
Podcast.
it. I really
Thank
look
you.
forward to it. Thank you so much.
All right. This was Mr. Srinivas Laxman, a veteran space journalist and a loving child for space. This is Raj Shrivastava from Manastu Space Podcast. Thank you so much for watching us. Join us soon for the next episode with Miss Ruchira Sawant, a space and scientific communicator. All right.